Hello, dear students, good morning. Students, let's start reading the next part of this chapter, which starts from this word, from this passage. You saw Subbu always with the boss. You saw Subbu always with the boss. The word you stands for here, each and every person. One could see. You stands for here, one could see. One could see Subbu always with the boss. Okay, Kothmangalam Subbu always lived in the company of his boss S.S. Vasan, and one could see him all around his boss every time. But in the attendance rolls, but in the attendance register, he was grouped. He was grouped means he was classified. His name was classified under a department called the story department, comprising a lawyer and an assembly of writers and poets. Okay. On the one hand, Kothmangalam Subbu was always seen in the company of S.S. Vasan, but on the other hand, his name was written in the attendance register of the story department, which comprised a lawyer and an assembly of means a number of writers and poets. In the story department, almost all those people used to work who were writers and poets, except a lawyer and advocate. The lawyer was, you may say that story department was such a department which comprised only the educated and literate persons. Okay. So Kothmangalam Subbu's name was classified, was written in the attendance register, okay, marked for the story department. So he was an employee of the story department, but he always passed his time with his boss. The lawyer was also officially known as the legal advisor. That the lawyer who worked in the story department was officially known as the legal advisor. He had been given the post of a legal advisor, but everybody referred to him as the opposite. But since he did not work rightly as the legal advisor, he always worked totally differently. That's why people always called him, okay, not a legal advisor but career spoiler, career destroyer, spoiler, and extremely or misguider, an extremely talented actress. Now here is an incident, beta, and you will have to take this incident very carefully. An extremely talented actress stands for here, an actress who was very pretty, who was very intelligent, who was highly talented, educated, knowledgeable. So an extremely knowledgeable, talented, sincere, sensitive, okay, actress who was also extremely temperamental. On the one hand, that the actress was extremely knowledgeable, talented, but on the other hand, she was moody also. She was very moody. Extremely temperamental. Temperament stands for excessive, with excessive irritability, or with excessive excitability, जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा आवश्यकता से ज़्यादा उत्तेजना भर जाए, जो बहुत ज़्यादा आवश्यकता से ज़्यादा किसी चीज़ को लेकर के चिढ़ जाए, चिड़चिड़ाहट बढ़ जाए, गुस्सा बढ़ जाए, उसके लिए आता है टेम्परामेंटल, जिसको हम अपनी भाषा में हम ऐसा कह सकते हैं, टेम्परामेंटल का मतलब तुनक मिजाज जो होती है, जो बात बात को लेकर के गुस्सा कर बैठे. An extremely talented actress who was also extremely temperamental. Okay, here talented and temperamental both are opposite characteristics of a person. So here we can see oxymoron. स्टेटमेंट में देखें तो विरोधाभास आ रहा है. एक तरफ तो उसको बहुत बुद्धिमान कहा जा रहा है, दूसरी तरफ उसको बहुत ज़्यादा गुशेल भी कहा जा रहा है, तुनक मिजाज भी कहा जा रहा है. once believe over on the sets. Beta, believe over stands for here. It is the second form of the blow. So blow over means it's a prepositional verb, and which means disappear gradually. Disappear gradually. But I think this is the word it cannot be adjusted here at this meaning. So its meaning will be the word, this is the prepositional word, will give its meaning: became so much angry, lost her temper. Lost her temper means somehow lost her patience and got angry, got furious. Once believe over on the sets. Once believe over on the sets. The word sets stands for a group of things which are put together, especially for film shooting or to do some any other works. So that the highly talented actress, who was also highly irritable and impatient kind of person, गुस्सेल प्रवृत्ति के व्यक्ति, okay, lost her patience looking at the sets and costumes, looking at those all things which had been set up for her role there on the stage. Okay, so when she noticed those all the things which had been arranged on the stage, she could not digest them, and she started speaking so many words, okay, regarding the persons who had set up there, who had made such kind of poor arrangement, and she got highly furious. She became furious. She had lost her control. While everyone stood stunned, the persons who had made all those all kinds of arrangements, and the persons who were also ready to give their performance there in that film shooting and to do some other works also. So each and every person who was standing there got highly surprised, badly, excessively surprised. Stunned stands for excessively surprised. They could not think what had happened to that actress, and they got bewildered. Okay, they stood there with their mouth open. With their open mouth. The lawyer quietly switched on the recording equipment. The lawyer, who was always regarded as a legal advisor, got that the opportunity to teach a good lesson to that young actress, and he therefore switched on the recording equipment. That the equipment which could record the voice of some person. When the actress paused for breath, that the actress had been speaking, okay, for a long time, and she could hardly take a pause, but now she took a pause for breath. It meant she had become so much angry and furious, and she could hardly control over her feelings, and she went speaking. So now when she stopped herself, okay, in speaking the words, the lawyer said to her. The lawyer went over to her and asked and told her, said to in the speech, told her very gently, 1 minute please. He told the actress that he wanted to show her something about her furiousness. He wanted to show her what she had done. वह उसको सब दिखाना चाहता था जो उसने किया है. उसने कहा कि कृपया करके 1 मिनट रुकोगी. 1 minute please. He requested her to stop only for a minute and played back the recording. Firstly, he requested the actress to stop herself for 1 minute, and at the same time he switched on the recorder. Okay, there was nothing incriminating or unmentionably foul about the actress' tirade against the producer. Though she had spoken so many hot words, so many aggressive words, but she had not spoken any rough word against the producer. She had not used any such kind of language which could hurt the feeling of the producer. But thereafter she was in a very big difficulty. She had fallen herself in a very big difficulty. There was nothing. Again, I want to tell you here the translation, sorry, the explanation of the statement. There was nothing incriminating. Incriminating means blaming or unmentionably foul about the actress. Tirade stands for here words spoken in much anger. Okay, speech made angrily against the producer. So through this statement it is told to us that the actress had not mentioned any such word, had not spoken any such word which could go against the producer. She had not used any such kind of abusive language, loose talking, which could hurt the feeling of the producer. Okay, her spoken words did not include such kind of loose talking which could blame her that she had spoken against the producer of the film. But when she heard her voice again through the sound equipment, the excessively and highly talented actress, okay, heard her voice again, okay, through the voice recorder, she was struck dumb. She was struck dumb means she got speechless. She became speechless. She could not speak a single word. She thought that her career had got to its end. A girl from the countryside, that the highly talented actress had come from the countryside area, village side area, from some village, rural area. She hadn't gone through all the stages of the worldly experience, and she had also not got such kind of experience from the outer side, from the outer world, meeting the persons and getting herself connected to those old persons who had been the part of that film company, film studio. She was totally beginner, novice, okay, untrained, inexperienced. She had got not any such kind of experience which could help her save her career. That generally precede means come before. That the experience which generally appears before a position of importance and sophistication. Sophistication stands for here the highly modern and modernization that she had found herself catapulted into. That generally preceded a position of importance and sophistication that she had found herself catapulted into means shoot forth. Okay, though on the one hand she had been shot forth by an equipment just like a catapult that had taken her role in the film, okay, but she could not be so much fortunate, she could not find herself so much fortunate that she could get full advantage of such kind of opportunity in her life. In other sense, we can say that here, owing to her aggressively spoken words, she found herself in a very difficult situation, though she had not started her career much time before. Okay, it could be the first time for her, and she had got no much experience in her life. That's why she found herself in a very difficult situation, and her career was going to be going to meet its end. But when she heard her voice again, it has been addressed. She was struck dumb. A girl from the countryside, she hadn't gone through all the. अरे कहता है कि देहात से आई हुई कोई एक लड़की बड़ी ही बुद्धिमान अभिनेत्री थी. शी हैडंट गॉन थ्रू ऑल द स्टेजेस ऑफ द वर्ल्डली एक्सपीरियंस. हालांकि उसने अभी दुनियादारी के सभी प्रकार के अनुभवों का भी सभी प्रकार की जो स्टेजेस होती हैं, सभी प्रकार की जो एक अवस्थाएं होती हैं, तो बाहरी दुनिया की जो विभिन्न प्रकार की अवस्थाओं से जो एक अनुभव लेकर के व्यक्ति को गुजरना पड़ता है, उस प्रकार का अनुभव होना कि उसने अभी तक लिया भी नहीं था. दैट जनरली प्रीसीड, जो अनुभव एक ऐसी स्थिति से पहले आ जाता है, काम में लिया जाता है, देखा जाता है कि जब किसी व्यक्ति की इतनी इम्पोर्टेंस हो जाती है, बढ़ जाती है, क्योंकि उसको एकदम इतनी सारी इम्पोर्टेंस मिल गई कि वह अपने उस इम्पोर्टेंस के उस चक्कर में वो अपना होश खो बैठी। एंड सोफिस्टिकेशन, उसको इतनी ज़्यादा आधुनिकता में ले लिया गया, उसको इतना ज़्यादा आधुनिक लड़की समझ लिया गया कि जैसे कि मानो कि भाई वो तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक टॉप क्लास एक्ट्रेस है, उसके अलावा तो कोई हो ही नहीं सकती एक्ट्रेस, ऐसा उसको महत्व दिया गया। दैट शी हैड फाउंड हर सेल्फ कैटापल्टेड इनटू, जिस प्रकार के नवीनतम, जिस प्रकार के आधुनिक और जिस प्रकार के एक महत्वपूर्ण पोजीशन में उसको रखा गया था, जिस प्रकार से उसको एक अच्छा सा अभिनेत्री का दर्जा दे दिया गया था, उस दर्जे को देने के लिए जिस प्रकार का अनुभव उसको चाहिए था, उस अनुभव की उसमें कमी थी और उसकी वजह से उसने अपने आप को बड़ी समस्या में पाया था। She never quite recovered from the terror she felt that day. Oh, it was the first day for her in her life which had terrorized her so badly that she could hardly come out of the terror. That was the end of a brief and brilliant acting career. She also found that it was the first and the last day of her acting career, and she would never be able to play any role as an actress in any film in the coming days. ये उसके अपने अभी एक संक्षेप से बिल्कुल छोटे से और बड़े शानदार उसका अपना अभिनेत्री का जो कैरियर उसने अभी शुरुआत किया था, अभिनय का जो कैरियर उसने अभी शुरुआत किया था, उस अभिनय से जुड़े हुए अपने उस भविष्य का उसका अंत होता दिखाई दे रहा था, अंत हो गया था। द लीगल एडवाइजर who was also a member of the story department had unwittingly means foolishly brought out that said end, and it was the legal advisor, it was the lawyer who had claimed the big loss of a huge loss of that the brief and brilliant acting career of that young countryside girl. उस युवा देहाती प्रदेश से आने वाली उस लड़की के एक बड़े उज्जवल स्वर्णिम भविष्य का जो अंत किया गया वो उस वकील के द्वारा किया गया। उसने उसके अपने उस भविष्य का समापन कर दिया था, वही उसकी वजह से सब हुआ था। यदि उसने वॉइस रिकॉर्ड नहीं की होती तो शायद वो ये सब घटना उसके साथ नहीं घटित होती। While every other member of the department wore a kind of uniform, every second person in the story department used to wear a kind of uniform made of khadi, and that the uniform included a dhoti with a slightly oversized, that the dhoti also looked a bit larger than the actual size of a person's body. ओवरसाइज जिसे को कहते हैं ना, थोड़ी बड़ी हो जाना। और वह धोती जो पहन करके रखा करते थे वे सभी लोग स्टोरी डिपार्टमेंट की, उनकी धोती उनके शरीर के ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ लटकी रहती थी। एंड clumsily means unskillfully tailored white khadi shirt. So every second person in the story department was clad in khadi clothes, especially they wore a khadi dhoti which always hang down, which was really a bit larger than the actual size of their body, normal size of their body, and it was also unskillfully tailored, unskillfully stitched and tailored, and they also wore an unskillfully tailored white khadi shirt also. शर्ट एंड धोती, कमीज जिसको कहा जाता है, धोती कमीज पहना करते थे खादी के। तो कह रहा है कि कहानी विभाग में काम करने वाला हर दूसरा व्यक्ति खादी के वस्त्र पहन करके खादी के वस्त्र पहना करता था, जिसमें कि उनके पास उनके अपने शरीर के आकार से थोड़ी सी और ज़्यादा बड़े आकार की एक तो धोती पहन कर रखा करते थे, एक बेकार तरीके से सिलाई किया हुआ, ठीक है ना, किसी ऐसे दर्जी के द्वारा, और उनके अपने उस कमीज़ की सिलाई की होती थी जो दर्जी बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपर्ट और स्किल्ड नहीं था। अनस्किल्ड टेलर के द्वारा सिली गई कोई एक सफ़ेद कमीज़, जिसको कुर्ता भी कहते हैं, वो कुर्ता पहन करके रखा करते थे। ओके, द लीगल एडवाइजर वोर पैंट्स एंड ए टाई एंड समटाइम्स ए कोट but the legal advisor, but that the advocate always wore a different kind of uniform, and it included pant, shirt, a tie, and sometimes a coat that looked like a coat of mail, and that the looked also looked like a protective coat, just like a gown. Apron, apron means एक लबादा होता है, ऐसा लगता था जैसे कि कोई प्रोटेक्टिव कोट किसी ने पहन रखा हो, उसके लिए था कोट ऑफ मेल, जैसे कि मान लो पूरे अंग की रक्षा करने के लिए एक सुरक्षा कवच पहन रखा हो इस प्रकार से, और वो अपने कभी कभार कोट भी पहना करता था। तो जो लीगल एडवाइज़र था, जो वकील था, उसकी पोशाक बिल्कुल बाकी लोगों से भिन्न थी। वह पैंट शर्ट पहनता था, टाई लगाता था। द एडवोकेट, दैट द लॉयर, दैट द लीगल एडवाइज़र was often clad in pant shirt with a tie, and he sometimes also wore a coat, and that the coat was so long that it reached up to his knees, and it could be called a protective coat, just like a gown. Often he looked alone. Now the author tells us here something about the lawyer, that the lawyer often lived quite alone. Okay, because no other person remained in his company. He had been ignored by almost all the persons working in the story department, and as we had read that in the story department mostly writers and poets used to work there, so he had not got a good friendship with them. Often he looked alone and helpless. That the lawyer often looked quite alone. Okay, and he also looked totally helpless. Nobody was ready to help him. A man of called logic in a crowd of dreamers. Called logic stands for here indifferent kind of person. Indifferent kind of person, उदासीन प्रकार का व्यक्ति, aloof. So that the lawyer was a man of indifferent nature, and he did not match to the people working in the story department. Okay, because all the persons working in the story department were the dreamers. They always found themselves in high imaginations. Okay, a neutral man in an assembly of Gandhitis and Khaditis. A neutral man in an assembly of Gandhitis and Khaditis. Neutral stands for someone who is often found quite alone, and who is often found quite cut off from all other things. Okay, from the mainstream of the people, mainstream of the society. Neutral man, अकेला एक व्यक्ति, इस प्रकार का व्यक्ति जो कहीं भी किसी भी स्थान के पर जाने के लिए वैसे तो जा सकता था, उसके लिए कोई मनाही नहीं थी, उसको न्यूट्रल बोला जाता है, अलग थलग दिखाई देने वाला व्यक्ति. ए न्यूट्रल मैन इन एन असेंबली ऑफ गांधीटीज एंड खादीटीज. So most a large body of the people working in the story department were the followers of Gandhi, and they also wore the clothes made of khadi. That's why they are called here as, they are described here as Gandhitis and Khaditis by the author. गांधी जी का अनुसरण करने वाले, गांधी जी के अनुयायी और खादी पहनने वाले, उन सभी लोगों के बीच में जो सौपनशील लोग थे, जो कवि थे, जो लेखक थे, उनके बीच में वह वकील अकेला फंस गया था. वो ऐसा रहा करता था. Like so many of those who were close to the boss, he was allowed to produce a film. Like those persons who were very close to the boss, to SS Watson, once that the lawyer was also given a responsibility to produce a film. क्योंकि उन सभी लोगों की बातें जो बॉस के बहुत करीब रहते थे, तो उस लॉयर को भी एक बार बुला करके SS वासन के द्वारा कहा गया कि भाई आपको एक फिल्म का निर्माण करना है, फिल्म बनानी है, आप अपनी टीम को तैयार कर लें. एंड दो a lot of raw stock and pancake were used on it, so when they started making the film, when they started making preparation for the film, so they wasted a lot of raw material along with the pancake, which was the name of the makeup material. Not much came of the film, but the film did not get any credibility, and it was not a hit film. It had got flopped. A lot of money had been wasted on the production of that film, but that the film could not remain hit. Then one day the boss closed down the story department. So being so much angry, SS Vasan declared that he would not like to get any kind of help from the people of the story department, and he shut down the doors of the story department permanently. And this was perhaps the only instance in all human history where a lawyer lost his job. And one can easily say that it was the only first incident in the history of the human society when a lawyer had lost his job, because the poets were asked to go home, because SS Vasan had asked all the poets to go their homes, because they were he did not want to get any kind of help and need from their side, and he had closed one department completely. उसने स्टोरी डिपार्टमेंट को बंद ही कर दिया था, कह दिया था भाई जितने भी सारे कवि लेखक यहाँ पर मैंने लगा रखे, भाई आप अपने घर जाओ, और वकील को उनके साथ में अपने नौकरी साथ होना पड़ा था. ओके बेटा, the rest part of this chapter will be attended by us in the next lecture, and I think it will be completed within the next 3 to 4 more lectures. Thank you.